and welcome, courageous Capricorn. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your November horoscope. Okay, there'll be a little bit of psychic reading in there, and also tarot as well as the astrology. Well, the big thing in the heavens this month, dear Capricorns, is that Mercury is going retrograde. It doesn't actually go backwards, it just looks that way from the earth, but it has an effect on us humans. In your case, it's going backwards in your 11th house. So this is all about your groups, associations, and your friendships. And you might find it's a time to, review or revisit what friendships and associations you have. If you're in some groups, you might decide that you're, not really getting enough out of these groups, and so you might let them go. There's also energy for new friends and associates coming in as well. The dates are the 1st until the 21st of November, but don't be too fixated on these particular dates, because some people say that you can actually feel the effects anywhere from a few days up to 2 weeks before the 1st, and I find in my own situation I can usually feel it. So today's, I think it's the 18th of October, and I have been having lots of fun with technology today, and that is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules over technology, and so going backwards there are often technology issues. So Mercury retrograde can bring delays and obstacles, particularly if you're starting something new. But it can also complete plans that have been going on for some time. So if you've got old projects that have been hanging around, I've got a big one that I've been working on for 2 years, and it's going to come complete in Mercury retrograde. And that's often the case. Anything that's been long standing and you've worked out all of the problems and gone over and over and over and reviewed it, you can expect to keep on retweaking during Mercury retrograde, but it will complete and come to finalization. So that's what I'm looking forward to. There can also be misunderstandings and miscommunications with people, so do be careful with your friends, that you're really, really clear. And even if you're 100% clear, they may still misunderstand what you're trying to say, and it's just Mercury retrograde, that's how it goes. But it's a good indication of whether, how they handle those misunderstandings, whether that relationship should even be in your life, So a time of going back over the past, and really weighing up who you associate with, what networks you're in, and, what friendships and connections you keep. Alrighty, so the 2nd sees Venus joining Jupiter in your 12th house. The 12th house is quite a strange place, and I call it the house of the goddess. It really is the house of the divine. It's all about your subconscious, and with Venus going in there, you're likely to have inexplicable feelings of happiness and contentment and peace. With Jupiter there's like an expansive sort of awareness coming through. So Jupiter likes to increase whatever it touches. So you may become particularly aware of your dreams, little flashes of brilliance that you get during the day, or things just popping up out of nowhere. And you might, in your mind, really take note of these things. So that's likely to be happening more frequently from the 2nd. Now, the 12th sees a full moon joining Uranus in your 5th house. Okay, the full moon likes to, sort of be a little bit turbulent sometimes with emotions. It can give things a shake up. And the 5th house is like your inner child, your creativity, and young love, what I call young love. So it doesn't matter how old you are, but it's that stage when you've met somebody but you still don't know each other very well, but the sparks are there and you can feel that there is a connection going on. The full moon could sort of cause things to come up out of your subconscious. If something happens that seems a bit untoward, just maybe bide your time a little bit. Don't sort of be impulsive and jump in. And as a Capricorn, you're probably not going to anyway, because you guys are like kind of, tend to be more solid, stable, organized sorts of people. So impulsivity is really not something that you normally do. With the full moon down there, something might actually slip. So that's what you want to be a little bit careful of if you've just met someone, that they don't get and with Mercury retrograde, they could just misunderstand or get the wrong end of the stick, and then you're like, what just happened? Can go like that. It is a great time, though, for fun and socialising. And so get out and about town, take a bit of time off, because you are normally, working or active in some way. So it's a great time for fun. Just anything that happens, don't take it on board too seriously, that's all. The 20th sees Mars joining the Sun and Mercury in your 11th house. So you'll be feeling quite motivated to be connecting with people. If old friendships and associations don't work out how you planned, there's just as likely to be new people coming into your life, and you'll be feeling quite inspired and motivated. And when people listen to you, it's like your words have got real gravitas, real solidity, and credibility. When you speak, people will listen. The 23rd sees the Sun, the 26th sees a new moon, all going into your 12th house. Okay, so insight and awareness. So over the preceding few weeks, you may have been starting to really focus on what's going on deep down inside you, and by the end of the month, then you're going to go, voila, I get it, I understand, the penny has dropped, and now this is what I have to do in life. So those little clues are going to be there. And then, a couple of weeks pass, and then you're starting, by focusing on it, you're getting it. You're getting the message that your soul actually wants you to know. Okay, so realizations towards the end of the month, realizations will lead to inner freedom. There might be outer freedom with that as well, but certainly inner freedom is coming. So any chains that are binding you, any situations that are sort of where you felt trapped and unable to do anything, there's going to be a freeing up for you, okay, which is good news. Alrighty, so I'll go to the psychic introduction that I was talking about before. For courageous Capricorns, November 2019. Okay, yes, about the socialising, I can see here desserts. Being in a restaurant or a cafe or something like that with friends and eating sweet dessert looking things. At the very least, this is a symbol to say life is sweet, okay? There's some really good things in your life, and happy birthday too. Oh no, that's for Sagittarius. I'm having a flashback. Not quite yet, I'm getting ahead of myself for you. But there are celebrations here because I can see all this food. So, being out and about is very important. They're telling me to tell you to take the big picture. Don't take any little details too seriously. Of course, you have to in your job, but in your personal life, just let things slide and, socialize and decide who are the friends and connections that are really feeding you spiritually and helping you with the upliftment of yourself. And if they're not doing that, if they're gossiping, if they're negative, if they're focused on darkness, these are not the best energies for you. So you can just move on and find somebody who suits you that's on the same page as you, courageous Capricorns. Okay, all right. And they're saying a stitch in time saves 9. I think that's just like being prepared, being organised and prepared, which is what you do anyway. Okay, that's your natural inclination. Now let's go to the tarot, and here's the board, and we're going to do this week by week. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, but I like them nice and fresh. So Capricorn, for the first week in November 2019. And I want to take that one underneath. Beautiful. The Lovers card. Okay, so this is about energy within you coming up to be integrated into your mind so that you have control of it. Now, you might do this with a physical relationship with a partner, but you can see it's a bit push me, pull you, so come together. Maybe, you've got to get the balance of how much time and how much energy to put into your physical relationships. You see here an angel dressed in red in the background overlooking all of this. This angel is bringing you together. It's like it's magnetic. You almost can't help it wanting to be with a person. If you're not in a relationship, this is about the energies within. You might have a deep desire within to sing, for example, to be creative in some sense. Okay, Lovers is all about creativity and coming together so you can produce something together. And so if you don't have a physical partner, it's still the same energy is still there. It doesn't matter how old you are, the same energy is there, and it's about the energies within coming together to give you more power and control over your life. Okay, so that's a great one. That's a major arcana for the first week. Now we'll move to the second week of November for courageous Capricorns, and we come up with Swords, and this is the Six of Swords. Okay, now there may have been a difficult and an emotional situation in the past, and this energy here is taking you away. It's steering or guiding you away from something that was quite difficult. Okay, Swords is about your thinking. You know logically that the situation wasn't helpful for you. You may have learnt a lot, you may have gained wisdom, however it's now time to move on. The star here is guiding you in the right direction. Okay, so even though it's like nighttime and you don't necessarily know where you're going, what the direction is, you are moving away, and your thoughts, it's almost like your logical thoughts are telling you it's not working. I have to let go. This could be your connections, your friends, associations, groups, because that is highlighted this month in your horoscope. Okay, so letting go of the past and moving forward in the second week for you courageous Capricorns. Okay, moving to the third week of November and seeing what we come up with. Okay, this one. It's the Page of Swords. Okay, again, more thinking. You can trust your thinking in November because there is good news coming. There's something about cutting things from the past to give you freedom. Okay, these are birds flying high. Look at the big picture. Look at the overall tone of the relationship, if it's a relationship that you're letting go of. Have you been putting in more than the other person? Okay, have you been the solid, stable one, so the other person's been relying on you, and when you want someone to rely on, they're just not there for you? That says a lot, doesn't it? Relationships should be reciprocal, where you help each other. And we all have times when things are not going well and rely on somebody else for a little bit. But if it's too one-sided, it really is time to let go. Okay, so now we're going to go to the fourth week of November for courageous Capricorns in 2019. And we come up with the Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of thinking going on in the middle of the month, and then it's about feeling your desires. Okay, slowly. You don't have to go overboard, but being Capricorn, you probably won't go overboard. This is a tortoise, so you'll get there where you need to go by taking slow and deliberate action based on how you feel. It's okay for a Capricorn to feel. You don't have to think all of the time. Okay, Here in the background there are some pyramids. This can indicate travel, but more likely it indicates chakras in the body. Okay, so you could be making progress with your well-being or your health, or if you're, doing something physical with your body, there's progress here. And again, the sense of movement at a slow but steady rate. Okay, that's the last 9 days or so of November. And now I'll pick a couple of themes for the month. At the beginning of the month, your key theme is, and this one literally jumped out at me, and it's the Star card, which is beautiful. This is a great sign or portent of success, eventual success. This energy here is a young teenage girl or maybe a young woman. All of the potential opportunity in her life. That's what this card's about, potential. And you've got a huge amount of potential that you could realize in the physical world. Importantly, she is in touch with her emotions. See, she's pouring water here. Water indicates emotions. She's sending her hopes and dreams out into the universe. And you can see up here is a compass, the 4 directions, so north, south, east and west. So calling up the 4 directions to help her manifest her heart's desires, and this is a sign of success and eventual achievement. She's wearing this jade colour, which is about throat chakra and the heart chakra, expressing your heart's true desires. Okay, that's a lovely card. I really like that card. Okay, and the theme at the end of the month, and we come up with, okay, this is beautiful, 6 of Cups. This is about abundance, joy, happiness in many areas of your life, but particularly relationships and your relationship with yourself. See, she's got a lot of green on happening here that she's wearing, and that is about growth and opportunity, and all of these flowers down here, growing happiness and abundance. So it doesn't matter whether it's relationships or finances or whatever makes you happy, your creativity, expressing your true self, it's all happening here. It's just a lovely card. Okay, so you're moving through a process of letting go of some people in your networks that don't sort of gel. They're not necessarily on the same page as you, and moving away from some sort of situation into a much better, happier situation for you. Okay, I love that. That's just stunning. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is a psychic summary for the month for you, dear Capricorn. I close my eyes. I've got, I can't quite see it, but I can feel it. And it's like 2 glass doors in front of me, like sliding glass doors. And it's like I'm in a city in a skyscraper, and it's an apartment with these 2 glass doors, and it's like the sense of walking out onto a balcony. This is some big idea that you have built up over some considerable time, and something you're working towards, and it's like a, not quite, but almost a core belief system. This could be a business, it could be maybe ideas around parenting a child, a particular child. It's something you've constructed in your mind, and you haven't reached the top yet, but you're well on your way. So you can make it to the penthouse if you want to, if you keep doing what you're doing, okay? It feels valuable. The only thing about it is it could be busy, make your life hectic. You have to be very active to get this thing that you want, that you've been working on for a long time. It's like something in your heart that is just a huge thing that you're doing. So it's something like a business or child rearing or something very integral to you about how you live your life, and you are getting there. So I would encourage you to let go of anybody who tries to change your mind about what you're doing, because you are on the right track. So if you've got people around you that are sort of manipulating or controlling, you really need to tell them to butt out, because you're doing what you need to do. Okay, so I do hope that's helped you, Capricorn. Thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget, Mondays at 8 a.m. I'm on with Pick a Card live every Monday morning, and it's 8:30 on Facebook on the Absolute Soul Secrets page if you want more clarification, or if you want to join me then. But yeah, please give this a like. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell. But most importantly, have a very wonderful month in November. Okay, thank you, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.